What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure 1994 here, and today is Tuesday, March 10th, 2020. And guess what day it is? It's Super Mario Day, and the reason why it's Super Mario Day is because of how the date looks. If March is like cut in half without the CH, and you put the 10 next to it, and the number 1 looks like an I, and the 0 looks like an O. And it says March 10th. You put it together, well, you got Mario. And Mario is the mascot of Nintendo. Itchy on the cheek. But that's not the only reason why I came in here. The reason why I wanted to come in here was because of what's been going on with the weather lately. And March just started, and it hasn't been getting that cold out lately. This winter is not so frigid anymore. Or this weather overall. Even though I was outside on October 4th, like a few days before I left for Disney, and I was in my backyard and I was like freezing. It was like in the lower 50s as the sun was setting at like 6 o'clock. I remember I was finishing up Toy Story 2 and I went outside and it was like really cold out. It was like too early for October to be that cold, and I expected more to be towards Halloween, toward the end of October. And it was like too cold like before we left for Disney. And once November got here, the temperature started dropping to like the 20s, and we actually got our first snow that month, that early, on the the third week of November. It was like the 12th we got snow, and it was that early, and it was like getting really cold out into the 20s. Things started turning worse from there. Things just made a turn for the worse that month with how cold it was getting. In December, we just got too much rain and snow, and we did get some temperatures in the 40s in December. I remember that I was in the city to go see a Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center, like back in December. And it was like 40 degrees, which was not so bad at all. We were enjoying ourselves like any other New Yorker would when they're tourists of the city. It wasn't that bad. It was like really warm on Christmas Eve and the sun was out. It was actually that warm on Christmas Eve in 2015 and the sun was out. Just as identical to 2019. We had like a really nice Christmas with the weather and everything. But once January got here, it like started dropping to the 20s again. It was like really cold for a few days, like 5 or 6 days, when we like postponed our Monticello trip when we were supposed to go that Thursday, and we postponed it due to my brothers getting midterms, since it was in the middle of the school year and we didn't want them to miss, so we had to postpone. But if we did go there, it would have been really cold up in Monticello. If it's like really cold here, it's gonna be like below zero in Monticello. It's like way worse than where Great Wolf Lodge is in Pennsylvania. They get more snow than they do in Scott Run, the Poconos Mountains. It could be like 20 degrees here and it could be below zero up in Monticello. That's what's so bad about Monticello is that they get a lot of snow and it gets really cold up there easily in the winter time. The sun was out for the most days, but it just wasn't warm outside. It was like freezing on Martin Luther King's Day when I had my day off from school, too. It just really stinked. But a big transformation happened once I was on February break. It was like no longer in the 20s, and after that Saturday, the temperature started to go up again. It was no longer freezing. Everything started turning around again. It was like amazing. And now we're in March, and yesterday, oh, and on Sunday, on Daylight Savings, I was wearing a jacket to the Coliseum, but there was like no need for me to zipper. Because it was like beautiful out. But I went to the Nets game, the Long Island Nets. That's the farm team that plays at the Coliseum. There was no need for me to zipper in the parking lot. Oh, and on Monday, yesterday, it was like in the mid 60s and the sun was out. When school was over for my brothers for a day, and an unbelievable surprise happened. It was 70 degrees in New York City, in the New York City area. That's crazy for it being winter in early March, and it went up to 70 degrees, and I didn't have a reason whatsoever to bring my jacket because it was so beautiful out. And everyone in my neighborhood was enjoying it, being in the mid 60s. That proves that spring and summer are right around the corner. It's mostly spring, but summer's like 3 months away. Everyone was loving it, especially in the New York City area. It was so beautiful out. But it would still get cold at night or at like in the early morning hours when I'm getting ready for school at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Now because we turned the clocks forward, it's like it's like coming up more later. The sun's like coming up more later now, and the sun is setting more later now, which everyone enjoys, believe it or not. Because everyone hates how it gets dark so early in the winter. At like 4:30 in the afternoon. Which is like too early. It's like so ridiculous. Especially around the holidays. For those who are not a morning person, they like get a short time of sunlight. For those who don't get up in the morning. And they seem most dark than daylight. It's a, believe it or not, McJuggerNugget said that he was not a morning person. And he would go to sleep really late and wake up really late in the afternoon. So during the winter months, he gets a short period of sunlight. Most YouTubers are like night owls, believe it or not. But pretty soon, when summer gets here, we'll have longer days and shorter nights. And by April, the sun's gonna come up more earlier. By the end of April, and it's gonna start setting more later. And we're gonna get an earlier sunrise, and it's gonna get more and more earlier for the sunrise times, and the days will just get longer from there. The sunrise will be more earlier and earlier by the end of April. And a lot of people predicted this year that it was gonna be a really cold winter, but their prediction was wrong to begin with. I thought they were right, like in October when they predicted a really cold winter. But this weather proved them wrong because it got really warm out. But today was like only in the mid 50s and it was just getting cloudy out. But the sun's setting now. But everyone was proven wrong when they predicted a cold winter, which turned out to be a warm winter. We got a little bit of snow, like 4 snowstorms, but we were good. We were like blizzard free for another year. And no school closings due to inclement weather. And we don't have to worry about losing days from our school breaks. I haven't took a day off from school since October 18th when I was coming home from Disney. That's how far I can make it into school. Like, make it through school. I can make it through school for months without getting sick or missing a day. It's amazing, but I really don't want to boast to anyone because it could upset people. Like, I don't want people to think I'm being better than them. That's not like me at all. I'm a little too easy to get along with. But no more frigid weather for the rest of this winter. And spring is like next week. Spring starts like next week. The start date is like next week. I can't wait for spring to get here. And that will prove us that we don't have any blizzards this year. Hopefully this New York weather sticks for winter next year too, because this has been amazing. I don't know. It's hard to predict winter for New York nowadays. It was like this in 2011, 2012, 2012 and 2013, and 2016 and 17. And last year, 2018, 19. And now it's this year, 2019 and 20. This weather has been great for winter in March. So I guess that's it. Bye.